Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. Yeah, saw this on the TV news the other day. 911 director. Yeah, you heard it right, a 911 director. A 911 director arrested for child porn and sexual assault on kids. He was grooming kids from 3 to 6 years old. They arrested him. And this guy deserves to be put in general population with a hand-picked cellmate who don't murder him, actually make him pay for everything he did. You know, if you know what I mean. But also personally, if it was one of you or me's kids, I personally don't have kids, but if it was one of you or me's kids, I would condone him deserving to be tied to a chair and have a harmonica or a kazoo duct taped in his mouth and be whipped in the groin vigorously with a rubber hose or an extension cord or some kind of instrument so he makes music when he screams, you know what I mean? But yeah, disgusting piece of crap. Yeah, deserves to be put in general population. And some of the most sickening shit, and some of the most sickening shit out there, even though these people were getting arrested. Really sick shit out there is there's people, respectable people and people in government, people trying to normalize and destigmatize this kind of behavior. A little off the subject too, but I've seen YouTube videos about it, and you can bring up an article and you think I'm making this up, look it up. There was, as a matter of fact, an Australian YouTuber that I look at did a video on this, and he dug up information on this. A woman, some kind of professional social worker or therapist, bring the article up for you can look it up to see what her occupation, the exactly occupation is. She's some kind of psychological professional who has a practice in Erie, and she has actually on a video admits and she admits that she wants to normalize adults being attracted to kids in ways that only consenting adults should be, you know what I mean? And actually, that woman, somebody like that shouldn't be allowed to have a practice when they publicly say shit like that. I'd say this, I actually could do a video on them, on a separate video, but I might as well just say it here. People like this to admit shit like that, they shouldn't even be allowed to have a practice. Really, if there's any sanity in this world, just because she admits to believing such a sickening thing, she really should be charged with some kind of criminal conspiracy or criminal solicitation, telling people to go ahead and commit a crime, because that's what she's doing. She's telling people it's okay to commit a crime. And there are charges, there are actually legit charges of criminal conspiracy and criminal solicitation, telling somebody that to go ahead and do something that is a crime. And anything that we regard as, okay, anything that us sane people regard as disgusting, like, you know, condoning and advocating adults being attracted to kids that way, us sane people call that a crime and call it sickening and disgusting. That is a crime, and that woman has no business being in a practice when she openly believes in, she openly says she believes in those kind of attractions. And one more thought too, I was looking at like all those top 10 things. There was things like in other separate YouTube videos about former YouTubers that went to jail and ruined their lives. There was a kid, I'm trying to see what country is. Oh, the country or state. From Singapore. I believe it was Singapore. I'd have to look it up. But he started out as, I guess over there it was a crime to criticize certain preachers or whatever under certain circumstances, but he actually believed in other kind of threats too. But I don't know, some political leader, he was laughing when they went to hospital. But anyway, the story about this YouTuber, you can go look it up on, if you want to go look at all kind of videos about YouTubers who went to jail and prison. The dude came to the United States, this country, and he was doing YouTube videos like this too, telling people that it's okay for kids to consent to stuff like with adults, like the kids should be allowed to consent to stuff that only consenting adults should be allowed to consent to, you know what I mean? And which is disgusting. That dude, yeah, he's in prison for a very long time for stuff. He got busted for some stuff, but yeah, there's a lot of people like that out there. They're trying to normalize and intellectualize stuff like that, but yeah, there was some YouTubers that are black YouTubers that I love spreading and subscribing to on purpose, just to piss the woke crowd off and then to piss off the diehard liberals. Couple black gentlemen on YouTube couldn't have said this better. Even certain things that we detest. He goes like, well, if you're consenting adults, we don't really give a damn. But when you get kids involved, and then when you're going into the public schools and teaching kids about crap, and then that it ain't right against the parents' consent, and even putting books in the library for kids now that are considered pornographic. But yet, not that you're pushing religion on anybody, but yeah, allow that shit in a public school, but yet forbid any teaching of religion or any kind, any books like that. Ban that. That's got, even if you're a diehard atheist, that's got to tell you something about hypocrisy there. And if you're a diehard atheist of some kind that don't agree with me there, fuck you right off the bat in advance, you know what I mean? Yeah, go fuck yourself in advance, because yeah, like I said, not to go off the subject, but I believe in your right to object to religion and be an atheist, but then if you want to ban that, and if you advocate some right for kids to have access to some garbage, then I don't have any respect for you as an atheist. And yes, in religion, like I says, the Jehovah Witnesses, I'm not saying everybody that's a Jehovah Witness is bad because of this, it's an embarrassment to them, but high-ranking Jehovah Witness people in their hierarchy there got busted. I did a video on that. That's a shame. It's inside your religions too, respectable people getting caught doing it. You can go on and on. I can go on all day about this, but this is mostly about that guy I was talking about now, but I figured I'd give you a little something extra rather than make a separate YouTube video about it. Give you something on some other subjects too, you know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, back to the dude who was the 911 director, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't even the first 911. This guy wasn't even the only, and he's definitely not the first and only 911 director that got caught doing this. I vaguely remember there was another one somewhere, where you'd have to look it up. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if there was one in every state. I mean, just because it was in my local news, you can't say he was the only. You cannot say he was the first and only 911 director who have got caught doing this. But in another way, it's kind of creepy, because it's like, wow, these are the ones that actually got caught. How many others are out there? And but anyway, to end this video, to give you some words of wisdom too. When people want to go in the public schools and teach your kids crap like this and put books in the library, and go and, oh yeah, well, no, they're banning books. Even President Biden, oh, they're banning books, but had no problem with banning maybe a little bit of religious material that kids should have a right to have access to, whether you're religious or not. But when they want to retrain your kids in the public school and groom them for a certain behavior, whether it's under the guise of tolerance, they're implying that your kids are the property of the state, and they're implying that they have more right to teach and train your kids than you do, and have the nerve to maybe eventually threaten you with arrest and having your kids taken off of you if you don't comply. That's something that should be it should be smartly rebuked and definitely not encouraged. Tolerance to somebody's affectional preference or whatever is one thing, but teaching kids and forcing like certain classes and eventually on them that about transgenderism and being gay or whatever, and having it dictated to your kids, and then having it dictated to you about teaching your kids this crap, and bringing it right in your face that they, even though people are getting arrested for it, there's people that have a political pull and run the public schools. They're trying to destigmatize and normalize it. So we're arresting people for it, which is a good thing, and they deserve to be put in general population, put it that way. But yet we're giving these sick assholes a voice politically to go ahead and teach your kids the shit. That seems very I got a lot of adjectives to say it, but it'll just make me start making a video that's a little too long, and I just want to end it here.
You know, Duke, it was my intention to leave you beside the road somewhere in a gunny sack. But I felt that justice would not have been served. Poetic justice, that is.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You'll see.
Hey, sweet thing. I got something big and long for you.
Hey, pretty boy. Got you.
Hey, guys, I got me a new mama. And when I'm through with this bitch, she's gonna walk out of this cell block wearing a strapless and heels.
Crow! You're a fucking bastard! You're a fucking bastard, Crow! You're a fucking bastard! You're a fucking bastard! There's your dinner!
Don't fuck with me, boy. Don't fuck with me, boy.
Crow! Crow! You bastard!
That's justice.